Hello Internet, hello YouTube, my name is Kaeden, and I am here to take you all on a mystical and magical journey through Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft for a very, very long time. I stopped playing for a number of years. I think the last version that I played was 1.7.2? 1.7.3? One of those two. Anyway, just, life got in the way, and I didn't have the time to put into the game anymore, so I decided to finally get back into things. I played a little bit of the new vanilla Minecraft with all of the bees and things like that. Really cool, absolutely loved it, but my heart has always been with Forge mods, with modified Minecraft, all of that stuff. I come from the BuildCraft era, I come from Industrial Craft, I remember all that fun stuff, the reactors, I remember thermal expansion. I love watching Direwolf 20 videos, things like that. So I decided to finally put together a mod pack that I would want to play with a bunch of mods that I think are really cool and see how they all function together. Now, you can see off the bat we have the Between Lands installed. What an amazing mod. A lot of druidy things, altars, new enemies, a whole new dimension that you get to through this massive tree portal that you have to craft around an altar. It's really cool. A lot of nifty stuff with it. A whole bunch of other mods. Of course, I'm running Optifine. My computer is not, the best. It gets the job done, but using Optifine to go ahead and tweak those settings has gotten me as close to 60 frames per second as I think that I'm going to get. A whole bunch of other things installed, but without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. We're going single player. We're going to be creating a new world. We're going to call it Kaeden's Wonderful World, because why not? Survival, yes, more world options. Now here we're going to see our first plugin. We are using, there you go, Wild Nature. The Wild Nature plugin, it has a bunch of newer versions. I'm using 12.2, by the way. This is the version for this because most of the mods are available for Forge 12.2. Not so many of them are available for 15 yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Give it about 6 months to a year. We'll be there. Of course, Minecraft will be in a much later. Anyway, that's a rant for another day. Wild Nature is a really cool mod for terrain generation. I usually use something like Biomes of Plenty, but I really wanted to change it up. I know a lot of other YouTubers use Biomes of Plenty. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be to find a good terrain mod. I ran into several. One of them was only for Spigot. It made beautiful worlds, but I'm not running Spigot here. I'm running Forge. Another one of them made these sweeping, realistic vanilla landscapes that were just beautiful to behold, but it didn't play well with other mods like the Between Lands. I couldn't get the druidic circles to spawn. Just little nitpicks like that. Now, Wild Nature doesn't play terribly well with the other mods, but it doesn't get in their way either. For example, it has its own world gen, things like, I know Silver is one of them. It has other crossover with other mods, and I don't want ore doubling. For example, we have a couple of mods that have copper. I went ahead and I cut it back, so there's only one mod putting copper into the world gen, so we don't have an excessive amount. But anyway, Wild Nature, while it doesn't connect well with the other mods, for example, its silver cannot be used for silver recipes in other mods and vice versa. That's okay. That's something they may have fixed, and you can check out the link in the description below to find out where you can get this mod and the newer versions and see all the cool stuff. They got all sorts of creatures and biomes. They say there's 99 biomes, which is ridiculous and fantastic. But anyway, so that's what we're going with this time. So, cheats off, structures on, leave everything as is, don't need a bonus chest. What are we going to call this world? We're going to call it Let's See What Happens with a capital W. Let's see what happens. Question mark? All right, there you go. Just throw some randomness in there. Is everything all set? Yes? Off we go. Create world. All right. We start underwater. Well, crap. Okay. Well, that's a new one for me. I don't think I've ever started underwater before. Oh, wow, look at these trees. Now, beautiful thing about all this world gen, it's all beautiful, but it is a pain in the butt to cut all those trees down. We're going to see if we can't find something. I see some single block trees over there, which are slightly more our speed. This is just going to take years at the beginning. You'll notice right off the bat, well, let me see if I can give you a better view of what's going on here. Oh, if we could just slowly, wait, here we go. All right, all sorts of stuff. So you've got the Wild Nature mod generating a lot of this, all the new biomes, things like that, using both vanilla and custom blocks. Very cool. Oh, here we go. All right. Now we got a little bit better of a view. Already some Wild Nature stuff here. Oh, look at that sun. I absolutely love that. Check these guys out. Awesome. Goats. I like goats. Goats are awesome. From Wild Nature. You notice I've also got a book in my hand. This book right here, the Encyclopedia Mysticum. This one is going to be specifically for mystical agriculture. No, Mystical World. Yes, this one's from Mystical World. Now, there are a bunch of other books in here that we're going to get into. Mystical World has things like silkworms, has these wonderful crops, the aubergines. It's got new world spawn locations, witch huts, things like that. New kinds of cuisine, things like calamari from squid. It also comes with some ores, things like that, amethyst, copper, and silver. Copper being equivalent to iron, silver being equivalent to gold, including with enchantability. And amethyst supposed to be equivalent to diamond, but I found tons and tons of amethyst in some of my test run-throughs, so I'm not sure if they've got that rarity quite right. But you can look through here, see all the cool creatures that they add, look into all of them. Check it all out. There's all sorts of stuff there. There's a number of other books that we're going to end up making as we get into other mods, but for right now, we're just going to try to find a place to get started. These trees are slightly more manageable, so let me just, grab some wood here and get things moving, because the sun waits for no man in my Minecraft. Did you just see that? What the... All right, round 2. After unloading and reloading mods, after checking Optifine settings, scouring the internet for some guidance, I found a whole lot of absolutely nothing and realized it was actually the world seed that for some reason was just going sluggish as mud. I have no particular reason why, but this one works. Yay, it works. Excellent. Trees that are tall. That one's not too tall. Anyway. I wanted to show you these guys over here. They just showed up. Absolutely beautiful. These are generated by Mystical World. They're little tiny sprouts. And they drop some interesting stuff. If I could really, I'm gonna come back. Come on. No, don't run. Don't run. Stop running. Come on. Come here. There you go. Of course, he's not going to drop anything this time, but they can actually drop beetroots that you can then plant, which is super handy. Mobs can also drop Inferium essence, which is lovely. Inferium essence you're going to need for mystical agriculture. And of course, all of them are going to make me look silly by not dropping anything. But mystical agriculture is one of the big mods in here where you can grow all of your resources. You can get chunks from mobs, from plants, things like that, turn them into seeds, and you can grow their essence and then combine their essences into getting their drops, things like everything from spider eyes to ender pearls to all sorts of stuff like that. Oh, look, a normal tree. I like normal trees. Trees that aren't so tall, like those over there. Redwoods. Goodness gracious me. Such beautiful world gen. I really do like it. I just don't like the verticality of it and how long it takes to mow them down. I don't like leaving floating trees. Anyway, back to the mods in the pack. In the top left, you will see Zero's Minimap. Zero's Minimap is a wonderful tool. Normally, I'd use something like Zan's, but Zan's is all used out. Everybody uses Zan's, so I decided to go with Zero's instead. It's got a lot of lovely features, has all the waypointing. You notice that we also have quick tree disintegration. Because who needs to wait for leaves to disintegrate? I mean, that just takes forever. Okay, I'm going to bear to the right because I don't like the looks of those redwoods. Oh, look, I see a few more normal trees. I like normal trees. Let's cut down one more and we're going to go ahead and get things going. We have the successor to Huayla, Huayla. Huayla stands for something. It does all the same things, don't get me wrong. I mean, it shows what you're looking at. You see it at the top center there. That's oak wood from Minecraft. It also shows the hearts of mobs, things like that. Really helpful resource. I don't know what Huayla stands for. Go ahead in the comments below. Let me know what that stands for. I don't even know. Huayla was what am I looking at? Which makes, sense. What am I looking at? Huayla. I suppose the LA is still looking at. How will you look at? I don't know. Anyway. We got inventory tweaks, because inventory tweaks, if you're not using inventory tweaks, clearly you've never used it before, or you're using another mod that does the same thing, because it's just a wonderful mod, keeping things nice and clean, one click, so see you got your inventory all over the place, it's just, everywhere, one click, bam, gets them all organized by type. It's super handy. As a matter of fact, while I'm here, let's go ahead and do this. Get the show on the road. All right, get a bunch of that. Put this down there. And as we do, let's get all of them, shall we? Doop. Why not? Whoop. Doop. Oh, doop. Nope. Doop. You don't like it with something in the hand? All right. Boop. And let's get a sword, because goodness knows we're going to need one. All right, get this number 1, 2. There we go. You can go up here. Inventory tweak sorting. Let's go. Ooh, is this swampland? Oh, sweet. This is swampland. It's a small... Is that a village? Hey! What a spawn. You know, this actually worked better. Who needed my old spawn? Let's see what happens. Pfft, the game's not going to work. Why? It wants me to come here. See a far better spawn. Let's set a waypoint, first of all, just so I know where this is. It's going to be village. No, it's not. It's going to be cool village. And Zan's minimap allows you to have up to 2 letters in its little label, so we're going to call it cool village. We're going to make it something visible. Let's make it red. Red is good. Red. We like red. We like red. Cool village. There it is, because this village is cool. Hello, villagers making out. Leather. Oh, no. And more leather. Okay, well, if I run into any cows, I know who to come to. Anything over here at the forge? I might take some of these, by the way. Hush. Don't judge me. It's going to save me some cobble later, because goodness knows we're always starving for cobble, right? Anyway. We got a... Aha! Ooh! What a nuke virus. From KaedenCraft. For those of you who have never used KaedenCraft, it's a tech mod, but it eschews using electricity in favor of pressure. So you build up pressure by adding air into a finite space, and, you know, the difference, the amount of air that you cram into the volume of the machine determines how much pressure is built up in the machine. What is it with you guys in leather? Oh, there we go. Some coal for an emerald. That's a great deal. I like you. I like you. Stay alive. I haven't seen you. Oh, well, he's having a rough day. Oh, he's having a really rough day. Pork chops. That's something we might be able to do. Any beds in here? No. That sun is moving along. You go back inside, and there you go. All right. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, that's the end of the village there. Ooh, potatoes. Don't mind if I do. But don't worry, I'm going to replant them. I'm not a monster. Goodness gracious me. That's ridiculous. Doop, 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 and doop, doop, and doop, and doop. See, everyone's happy. I'm going to take these 2. We're going to need food. Now, if I wish I could just find some sheep. I think that's the next order of business, unless we can find a bed in here being difficult. So why is everything so difficult to get into? Where's the door? Yes, I agree. Can't seem to get in. Can't seem to get into your house, sir. I don't want to mow down your window, so I'm going to mow down this instead. You'll be fine. Hello? Yes? Oh, well, that's why. All right, that makes sense. Anything up on the next floor? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Get up there. Nope. Anything up at the top? Nope. Indeed. I am disappointed. Completely disappointed. Here, I'm going to put your wall back. Don't worry. I wouldn't just leave you all out to dry like that. Alright, now that we got that, looks like we're going to have to go searching for a place on our own. The sun is getting a bit low, and I'm just not seeing any beds. Y'all are killing me, villagers. Ow. Literally killing me, villagers. So yeah, the thing about these, you know, world gens is they're quite pretty, but the verticality of it does make it very difficult to traverse. I'm just looking for... Oh, owls. But owls aren't helpful. They give feathers. I don't need feathers. More swamp. Oh, look, more swamp over there. That's a bit of a drop. Is there an actual cave down there? I don't know. We'll investigate later. Oh, here's another interesting little... Oh, yes. I think this might work for our purposes. I think this is brilliant. I think we found our first house here, just as the sun is getting ready to set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up shop and get this place a little bit more homely. And I'll see you guys in a few seconds. As I was finishing up the night, I happened to look out and take in that moon. Also for courtesy of Wild Nature, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely fantastic. As I finally getting this place a little more shipshape. You can see some of the Wild Nature gen here. Now this stuff looks really cool, but when you pick it up, it's just cobble. Some of it also turns into things like diorite, things like that. But it doesn't actually have its own drops. But that's okay. We'll be alright without it. But we are going to have to go out and, first of all, we're going to have to go out, find more wood to gather, and then it's time to go mining. Those are the things that need to happen. Just wanted you to see that really cool moon and be back with you once we've gathered some starting resources so we can kick off the cool stuff in this mod. Already wanted to show you some of the ore gen that we found here. Here's that copper ore from Mystical World, which we will definitely take. So we're going to use it to go ahead and make some copper weapons instead of having to use iron ones. We could save the iron for the armor and things like that. And here is our World Gen Inferium. Now this doesn't just generate here, it also generates in the Nether and the End. It has versions of those mystical agriculture ores. So you can get them in both places. Now you're going to need quite a lot of Inferium to get through this mod. Inferium and one other ore that is actually right over here. This right here, Prosperity ore. The Prosperity shards that it drops, you use to create a lot of the base materials that you then upgrade using the Inferium. You use the Inferium to go through various tiers. Inferium, Prosperium, Intermedium, Superium, and Supremium, or Supremium and Superium. One of those two. Anyway. But everything is upgraded by a factor of 4, so it takes 4 Inferium to make Prosperium, etc. And so you're losing. You're not really losing, but every time you upgrade, it's all by a factor of 4, so it takes quite a lot. Just to get, 4 of the next tier requires 16, and those 4 only get you 1 of the tier beyond that. You can quickly see how it stacks up to requiring quite a lot to get through it all. Now I'm just trying to mine out this stone pickaxe. But it's going to be really cool once we can get the seeds going and we can start growing our own Inferium. That's actually pretty cool, and then we don't have to go mining for it anymore. Now, it is usually faster to mine for it, and I've found rather large veins of it. But it takes time to get up to that tier where you're actually making enough to justify the cost that you're putting in. And let's keep going with this Prosperity ore, because we're going to need more of these shards. We need lots of these as well. Alright, so the iron pick finally broke. I'm down here at the ravine. I'm going to go ahead and I'm cooking up some of this copper ingots. Going to make one of these, 2 of these actually, copper pickaxes just to start getting into the other ores. I want to save all of my iron, of which I have quite a bit, for making armor and then eventually getting into pneumatic craft. That's the plan anyway. You never know how it's going to work. Haven't died yet, which is good. Had a bit of a hairy run-in right here by all of the lava with skeletons. Thankfully did not die from that. Camera was not rolling at the time, scared the crap out of me. We'll be fine. Anyway, gonna go ahead and make these up here. As a matter of fact, I can make the first one now. Same recipe as ever. The 3 across the top gives us this lovely copper pickaxe. The copper pickaxe, again, is the same as the iron tier pickaxe, just using mystical world ores instead of our precious commodity iron, of which we need increasing amounts as we go through the game. Yes, let's make a second one, because inventory tweaks. If the first one breaks, it'll automatically pull up another stack. And by stack, I mean another item from there. Sword's in good shape. Don't need that on the hotbar. Probably some food. We're getting this Inferium. Still not finding as much as I would like, though. Again, 4-to-1 ratio. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle. Not a bad amount of prosperity, though. We're going to be able to at least get started in some of the some of the stuff from Mystical Agriculture, and that'll be fun. I'm gonna leave these here in case I need them. I'm gonna start digging our way down. All right, see you in a bit. There you go. Ask and ye shall receive. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I can't pick these up, can I? Alright, what are we getting rid of? Not that. Get rid of some cobble. Some diorite. We don't need diorite. Diamonds! Sweetness. Needless to say, I'm pretty excited. Ooh, what's this? What is this? Malachite ore. I don't even know what to do with that. Let's get rid of this dirt. Or malachite. Interesting. Ooh, some lapis up there. Alright, now we're finding what we need. What to get rid of? Rotten flesh, we don't need that. Here, lapis. Lapis, I want you. There you go. Now we're in the good stuff. And level 20. Should probably enchant something using all these levels. We'll get around to it. Sweet. Alright. So if we throw away gold, always need gold. Gold is used a lot for one of the mods we're going to get into right off the bat, which I think you guys will really like. I'll show you. Don't worry. We'll see all there is to know. There's probably more back over there. I am absolutely inventoried out right now. What is this? Prosperity. I've got so much of that. I think I could take a little more redstone before I head back up. But head back up is something I really need to do. I'm running out of room real fast. Anyway, so good. It's a good problem. It's a very good problem. Silver, blah, blah, blah. All right, so I'm going to run all this upstairs, and I'll see you up there, and we will start making some cool stuff. Amethyst. That's diamond level stuff. Oh, I don't have any. Andesite's got to go. All right. KaedenCraft just made the advancement sobriety test. I don't even know what that means. Okay, I know what it means. I don't know why that's the achievement, but whatever. And more amethyst. Excellent. Now I've got enough for an amethyst sword, which is a pretty formidable weapon, actually. Iron is at 6. The amethyst one's at 7, so that'll be a little step up. All right, I gotta stop. Every time I see something, I'm like, need it, more of it. I can come back. I need to do something else with my life. Yeah, okay, heading back up. All right, new dawn, new day. Got everything going here. Beautiful outside, lovely. All right, we got quite a haul. I found a few more amethysts on my way up, just as night was falling. Got a zombie heart here from Reliquary, which is really awesome. Plenty of gold, tons and tons of iron, tons of copper. This is a really great start. Some ruby shards. I don't even know what to use ruby shards for. NEI doesn't know what to use the ruby shards for. What? I mean, what? We've got a fair amount of Inferium, not as much as I'd like, but enough to do a couple of little tricks. So since we're going to have to start smelting everything, the best way to do that is, of course, using coal or charcoal. What we're going to do is we're going to give our coal a little upgrade. As a matter of fact, if I get about 3, 4, 6, whatever. Wait. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, if we do that, there we go. You'll see here it's going to give us Inferium coal. This Inferium coal burns 1.5 times as long. So for the cost of just 2 Inferium, which it's fairly common in World Gen at all levels. You can find it everywhere, though as I got deeper, I tend to find more of it. But gives us this Inferium coal. So let's get about 6 pieces of that. Not that I'm going to be able to put it anywhere. Hang on. Everything is tiered in Mystical Agriculture, and you'll notice here we have the Inferium Furnace. 15% more efficient, plus using the coal will make for a significant boost in efficiency. And this only requires the 3 Inferium Essence here and the 9 more here to make the block. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that, because that sounds like a great idea. So we're going to put you in there, need some Inferium, that. Make a block of it. And then this, and this, and this, like that. And then put that there. And sure enough, our Inferium furnace is done. Now we could try to upgrade it, but some of the stuff we're going to be getting from the Nether in the near future is actually going to be a little bit more efficient until we get way up the tiers on the Inferium furnaces, so we're probably going to avoid doing that. But while we're waiting, there are a few other things we can do. See, we have the Inventory Pets mod. I love this mod. Some would call it a little bit broken. It's just got such cool stuff in here that do all kinds of things. Look at all these pets. Not only that, I mean, they're adorable. They're absolutely adorable, and they're all animated, and they're all spectacular, and they all do various things. So, some of the early pets we're going to want to look for. They all take diamonds, by the way. That's why we had to wait until we could get diamonds to make this happen. I'm looking for the anvil. There you are. The anvil pet. See this one, some iron ingots, an iron nugget, a diamond, and some gold. We can totally do that. And what it does is you will see here, it slowly auto repairs your damaged items in your inventory, which is fantastic. You can also summon an anvil pet that jumps around on the floor. Anyway, enough talk. Let's make this thing. All right, so we're going to need 7 iron. We got plenty of that. We need a little bit of gold. I've already got some gold from somewhere. I don't even know where I got that. So you all get in there and start smelting with one of our lovely Inferium coals. It's probably going to smelt a significant portion of that stack before it burns through. We're going to need one of our diamonds. Good. And nuggets. Do I have any? I don't. I don't have any ingots ready to go. I gotta wait for, there you go. Let's turn that into some nuggets. By the way, these things eat. When they're in your inventory, they will be active as long as they're down here in the hotbar. If they come up into your inventory or they're placed somewhere else, they are not active and they don't do what they're supposed to do. But if they're down here, they are active. So you can have, theoretically, up to 9 pets, all with active effects. And they all do different things. For example, the banana right here, you can throw it? I never actually made the banana. I don't know what it does. Anyway, I don't know what that does either. Okay, this is, you can use it as a portable enchanter, the enchanting table pet. This one gives you fire resistance, lets you walk across lava. That's actually probably something that I'm going to want to invest in for our ravine back down over the puffer fish. If you attack it, it gives poison. It also does a venom blast. But all these things need to eat, and they eat straight out of your inventory. It makes an eating noise, so you know when they're eating. Now, some of them only eat a couple of times a day. Others of them only have a certain number of uses before they need to eat, but they do all kinds of things. We're going to have the anvil. We definitely want the crafting table pet. That's a jukebox. Crafting, there you are. Crafting table pet. It eats wooden planks. It's fantastic, easy enough to get. Now his recipe is similar, you see, with the planks, one of the any kind of regular wood, and then some gold ingots. Now again, one of the big issues with the wild nature mod, its specific trees that it generates don't play well with the other mods. They're not going to be interchangeable. Of course, I say that and they show up. Well, never mind, I guess it's the trees that work. There was some tree I cut down that did not... Oh, it didn't make a fence. It would not fence. It made everything else but a fence. I thought that was so random. I tried to make a fence with it, and it just wasn't having any of it. Anyway, so good there. See, we got through 14 ingots. I think typical coal only in a regular furnace only does 8. I think it is. We did 6 more with the boosts from having the Inferium furnace and having the coal. Now, of course, to upgrade from the Inferium furnace to the Prosperium... Prosperium furnace Prosperium. There it is. Wait, Prudentium. That's what it is. Prosperity ores, the other stuff. The Prudentium furnace requires you to have that Inferium furnace, and it's the same crafting recipe, but with the Prudentium essence, which is upgraded by this little thing here called an infusion crystal, which we are going to get when we're ready to upgrade. But let's get some pets. I like pets. Pets are good. All right, so we got you. We got you. We got. Okay, let's do it. I want our anvil pet. Yes, you're so cute. You. Yes, I want you. You. Got you. Perfect. And he will start to repair items in my inventory. As a matter of fact, let me see here. By the way, you could throw him on the ground. I'm not sure why, but yeah, he does that. Anyway, come on, come back. Come back to me. Come back to me. I know I can bring you back. Hang on. Hang on. So right click. Right click. Okay, there we go. Okay, he's back. Can't right-click on him. Now, I'm not entirely sure what good that is other than to look cute. Anyway, he should start repairing my items. As a matter of fact, I'm a bit baffled why he... Oh, sorry. Sorry. Anyway, not sure why he's not. We'll come back to him in a minute. And it does make the noise of repairing when he actively repairs stuff. Let's make the crafting bench. Crafting table pet. It's going to require wood, 1 log, a diamond, and some gold. We've got the gold. We've got the diamond. We've got the 6 logs. Do I have any raw wood? What on earth was that? Oh, that was... I think that was the sound of him doing his thing. Look, he ate a nugget. That's what he's doing. Okay, he's repairing stuff. Wonderful. Good job, buddy. Just scared the crap out of me now. Anyway, let's grab... Do we not have a... We don't. All right. We can totally craft one of those. I really don't want one made out of wood. Hang on. We got cobble here. I don't know. It's just, it was there. Excellent. I'm going to go cut down a few trees. We'll be right back. We're going to finish this. All right. Cut down a few trees. Let's make this happen. So we need a few more logs. Hang on. Doop, doop, and doop, and doop, and a log there, and gold there, and you there for a crafting table pet. Lovely. And now you have portable crafting table. There it is. Anywhere you want to go, he's right there. So you just walk around and crafting table. Now he's going to eat wood planks, is it? Yes, so he's gonna need wood planks to eat. Let's make sure he's nice and fed. There we go. So we got our 2 items for that. Let's go ahead and while we're here, craft up some armor, because goodness knows we need it. Doop, doop. And do we have any more? Oh, there he goes repairing. All right, do we have any more? Well, we have these random iron leggings, which do me absolutely no good. Is there no craftless? Okay, there's no use for these other than adding stuff from between lands. No. All right, so more iron. Let's cook up a bunch of that in our Inferium furnace. Get all that cooked up. I think it's going to take 2 of those to cook all of that up, and then we will finally have something to write home about in the armor department. While we do that, let's take a look at crafting that crystal. This one right here, the infusion crystal. Now it gets 1,000 uses. That means you can change 1,000 essences up a tier. 1,000 of the Inferium essence up 1 tier. This master infusion crystal, it's unlimited uses, but its recipe not only requires the diamonds and stuff, well, the original one requires a diamond, that's not that big of a deal, but it requires supremium essence, which is the top level. So for 4 of those, we need to multiply by 4 each time. It would take 16 times 4, 64, 256, etc. It would take almost 1,000 Inferium just to get the 4 to make this thing here. So it's a long-term goal, and once we're planting it and growing it, it'll of course get easier. Well, hello, quantum crystal monster pet that summons minions. That sounds cool. We should probably look into that. Anyway, we want the regular infusion crystal, so we need some of this prosperity shards and the Inferium essence and 1 of our diamonds. Diamond, not both diamonds. You can take 1 of those back. We got the Inferium. We need some prosperity shards. 4 of them, I do believe. Why am I not there? There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get our crystal. Good. Now, in order to upgrade our furnace, we need 3 of these plus 9. That's 13. 13 times 4 being a lot. 13 times 4 is 52, right? 52? Anyway, I'm going to call it 52, which we have enough of, so we're actually going to start upgrading. There we go. Get some 8 prudentium there. Notice it took 8 uses off of our infusion crystal. Now we need 32, so... Oops. Too many. Only dividing it by 4. And that's not quite... so we need 1, 2, 3 plus 9. So there's the 9, and then we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's what we need for now. We've already got a couple of things moving here. We have a small base established. We got some good resources. I think we're in a good place to wrap up this episode, and I will see you next time as we're going to dive a little bit further into this mod pack. Hope y'all enjoy. Bye.